Hello everyone! Hello everyone! My name is Cindy Nur Fadilah. I am from 1A class of the Biology Education Program, Faculty of Teaching and Education, University of Galuh Ciamis. This video is for fulfilling the assignment in subject Laboratory Management, lecture by Mr. Adi Maladona. I'm taking a theme about Green Master cultivation in the polybag media. Green Master farming technique, that is, the selection of seed, processing ground, seedling, planting, pest and disease control, fertilization, and harvest. The ingredients needed to plant Green Master, that is, polybag with size 15 cm and size 25 cm, Green Master seed, a crumbling ground mixed with straw, compost, and ash, ready for the hole in the polybag, bottle spray. Factor in the success of Green Master cultivation is the selection of the seed, because good seed can produce a broad plant. Generally, good master seed has a rounded, small, dark brown, and it has a small shiny surface. Master seed that will be used for cultivation must have good quality.
Pengolahan tanah untuk budidaya sawit adalah tanah yang sudah melakukan penggemuran dengan komposisi jerami dan apu. Hal ini bertujuan untuk menambah kesuburan pada tanah, agar komposisi jerami dan apu tersebut dapat cepat merata dan bercampur dengan tanah yang akan digunakan. Maka digunakan perbandingan antara komposisi jerami apu dengan tanah sebesar 2:2.
Put the soil in a polybag until it's full and solid.
Siram tanah yang sudah dimasukkan ke dalam polybag tadi, lalu simpan selama 1 malam, agar tanahnya menjadi semakin subur.
Here it is, a polybag filled with soil. Leave it for one night. See you next tomorrow.
Jadi ini dia pengolahan tanah yang sudah saya simpan selama 1 malam. Kemudian saya akan melakukan penyemaian benih sawi hijau ini ke dalam polybag yang telah saya sediakan.
Leave a gap in the soil in a polybag about 2 cm. Plant 3 Green Master seed, then cover with soil. Do this until all polybags are filled with Green Master seed.
Setelah semua polybag ditanami dengan benih sawi hijau, kemudian sirami dengan air, lalu lubangi polybag ini agar benih mendapatkan udara yang cukup, sehingga benih sawi hijau yang terdapat di dalam polybag ini tidak mengalami pembusukan.
Flush all polybags with milk water. Whole side and the bottom of the polybag.
Nah, setelah semuanya selesai, saya akan menempatkan proses penyemaian ini ke tempat yang terkena cahaya matahari dengan cukup.
Store master greens in a place that's not too exposed to sun and rainwater directly. Jadi ini dia tempat yang saya sudah sediakan untuk melakukan proses persemaian. Save regularly and neatly. Put a space in each polybag. The process seedlings, it takes about 8 days until plants are formed. And for green master roots to form perfect leaves, stems, and roots, it takes about 21 days. Don't forget to wash your hands. It is the master greens has begun to grow. This result of master greens have started to grow tall. Plants are tall and have strong stems. After 8 days, I will transfer these master seedlings into a poly bag with size of 25 cm. Choose good seed that will transfer to poly bags. Remove the plants carefully. One poly bag for one plant. Then plant in a poly bag. Ini dia sawi hijau yang telah berumur 10 hari. The first things to note in plant care is watering. Watering depends of the season. If the rainy season, then reduce water to watering. But if in the dry season, the addition of water should be done so that the adequacy of the master plants is always fulfilled. Ini tanaman sawi hijau yang telah berumur 15 hari. Tanamannya belum tumbuh besar dan belum siap untuk dipanen. Butuh waktu sekitar 7-8 hari lagi untuk tumbuh dan dapat dipanen. This is a green master plant that is 21 days old. The plant has grown tall and the leaves have started to dance. This plant can already be harvested. Harvesting can be done in 2 ways, namely, first uproot the entire plants and its roots. The second cuts the base of the stem above the ground. The result will be like this. Ternyata, sawi hijau memiliki banyak manfaat yang sangat baik. Di antaranya, dapat mengobati rasa sakit kepala, memperbaiki fungsi ginjal, serta melancarkan pencernaan dan masih banyak lagi. Kandungan yang terdapat pada sawi hijau di antaranya yaitu protein, lemak, karbohidrat, vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, dan kaya vitamin K. Sawi hijau juga dapat dijadikan menu olahan pangan yang sangat lezat. I took the theme of planting celery in a poly bag. In this video, I will try plant celery from unused cooking ingredients. The reason I planted celery was that the celery was very expensive, and I always saw that my mother threw away the actual stem of celery that could be replanted. This was first time I plant vegetable from kitchen waste. Celery is a plant that belongs to the fennel plant. In some European countries, almost all parts are used for various purposes. While in Indonesia, the most widely consumed celery is part of the leaves, so many also call celery as celery leaves. Celery leaves are commonly as an element of delicious flavor in cuisine and medicine. Farming celery can be done with the perfect result on high altitude 1,000 to 1,200 feet. However, not a few also plant celery on the lowland because this plant is still tolerant of drought in the lowland. Cultivation of celery with a variety of farming methods is fairly easy. It's just that this plant doesn't stand in high rainfall. Plant celery that is often used as a fresh or medicinal can be cultivated in two ways, that is generative from seeds and vegetative from saplings. Material that needs to be prepared, that is polybag with size 25 cm, fresh celery, a crumbling ground mix with straw and ash compost, water, knife, and lid. Prepare a polybag with size 25 cm. Input the provided soil in the polybag. Polybags with soil until it's solid. Do not let the polybags are excess and lack of soil. Soil used is lost. Soil mixed with ash and straw compost. This is so that the soil becomes more fertile. Kira-kira seperti ini tanah yang sudah dimasukkan ke dalam polybag. After that, cut the celery stems. Here, I measure celery with the little finger. Then, cut the celery stems that still have roots. Appropriately like this. Do this with the other celery stems. Plant celery stems in the ground about 1 cm. Plant all celery stems that have been cut. Ini dia batang seledri yang sudah ditanam ke dalam polybag. Hold the polybag with lid. Make a hole in the polybag with a fairly distance, so that the water used to flush is not blocked by polybags. It can make the celery plants root and will not grow. Pour the water with no complaint. Not too much water. It's feared that celery will not grow and rot. After everything is finished, I am going to move this plant to the shade because the plant celery are particularly susceptible to direct rainwater and sunlight. Simpan secara hati-hati ya. Beri jarak pada setiap polybag agar terlihat rapi. And here it is, the celery plants that has been moved. Make intensive care by sprinkling celery plants every once a day. The goal is to keep the moisture from the celery growing media. Don't flush too much so it doesn't root. Avoid celery plants from rainwater directly. If there are pests in celery, then dispose of these pests by hand. And if plants are attacked disease, organic pesticides are provided for maintenance. saya berikan pupuk ke dalam polybag. Hal tersebut agar tanaman semakin cepat untuk tumbuh. Kemudian siram tanamannya. Lakukan penyiraman selama 2 hari sekali ya. Ini dia tanaman seledri yang sudah berumur 5 hari. Daunnya sudah ada yang tumbuh. Jangan lupa untuk disiram ya. Ini tanaman seledri yang sudah berumur 12 hari. Daunnya sudah mulai lebat. Ini sudah siap dipanen ya. Cara memanennya yaitu dengan memotong batang seledri yang sudah hijau. Jangan dicabut dengan akarnya ya, supaya seledri dapat tumbuh kembali. Selain untuk obat tradisional, seledri juga dapat digunakan sebagai cita rasa makanan. The benefit of celery for the body are: make a low-calorie diet, adding vitamin and minerals, preventing dehydration, reduce inflammation, smooth digestion, lowering high blood pressure, and neutralize acid. Wah, ternyata banyak sekali ya manfaatnya. Mulai sekarang, stop membuang batang seledri dan mari kita tanam sama-sama. The relation to the subjects is that I can make my home a natural laboratory by taking advantage of the vacant lots that decorate the house and add fresh atmosphere and will provide sufficient food. Jadi itu dia video saya tentang budidaya sawi dan seledri. Mudah-mudahan bermanfaat. Thanks for your watching and see you next video. Bye bye.